80% off. Again, guys, Apex Trader Funding is running a Valentine's Day special. You can get 80% off of your prop firm challenge there. Okay, guys, without further ado, let's get right into it. I'm glad you're with me. In this video, guys, we're starting out with the daily chart here with the economic calendar on our right of the MES. Let's have a look over at how the market has been performing coming into Wednesday's trading. See that the NASDAQ is currently leading the MES. So the NASDAQ is sitting at about 100 points higher, whereas the ES is sitting about 22 points higher. So the NASDAQ is up over 0.5% and the MES is up less than 0.5%. Tuesday's trading, you can see that we had a down day that was a pretty substantial range. So if we take a look at the MES, the range on our candle was 103 points. Similar, guys, on the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ points, the market was down 417 points. So quite a big day yesterday. Our core inflation numbers on February 13th came out higher than expected, and so the market did not like that. The market really plunged lower on that core inflation data. Guys, we've got retail sales coming up tomorrow, February 15th. That is Thursday. Then we have building permits, PPI, and the Michigan Consumer Expectations coming out Friday, February 16th. So we do have news Thursday, and we have news Friday. So with that being said, I'm expecting today's trading or Wednesday's trading to be fairly muted. I do not have a strong bias at this point, the market moving higher or the market moving lower, and so I don't know if I'm going to execute a trade today, guys. If I'm being perfectly honest with you, I had a good day yesterday, and I don't want to spoil it. We're currently trading within the fair value gap, the daily fair value gap that we formed between the Tuesday, 6th of February's candle, and Thursday, the 8th of February's candle. So you can see that we're currently trading in that fair value gap right at about the consequent encroachment. The market is trading up quite a bit higher. So we're currently, let's see how many points. We're currently trading, as I make this video, 57 points higher than yesterday's low. So we've had something of a rebound at the tail end of yesterday's session and then during the overnight session today. So as of right now, guys, the reason why I do not have a strong feeling on whether the market wants to move higher or the market wants to move lower is, as you can see, we are currently trading just at about that 50% point of the fair value gap. We are also trading just sort of in the middle of this range. Okay, this would also be a breaker block, so point A to point B, that would be an ICT breaker candle right there. Okay, I'm just going to mark that out. I'm going to bring that one to the front. So, with that being said, guys, I don't expect, right? I'm leaning on the bearish side. I'm not expecting the market necessarily to want to move higher and make a new all-time high. I think that inflation index printing higher than what the market expected is going to keep prices pretty muted. I would expect that the market is probably going to chop around quite a bit on Wednesday. I don't expect Wednesday's candle to make a large range. I just don't know if there's a lot of money to be made on Wednesday, in my opinion, because I think that the market is not going to move too much prior to our news events coming out Thursday and Friday. So I don't expect the market to have a large range today. I'm sort of expecting the market to contract in its volatility. That being said, guys, I'm leaning bearish, but I wouldn't be surprised if the market wants to close right around the high today. I don't expect that Wednesday's candle is going to take out the low of Tuesday's candle, in my opinion. Let's get up on the weekly chart. We can see that Tuesday's candle made a low at 49.36 halves. Monday's candle made a high at 50.66 halves. Am I expecting the market to make a new all-time high and to rip above that 5,068? No, I'm not. I think that with the inflation numbers coming out hotter than expected, again, I don't expect that the market's going to make another all-time high. Guys, I could be wrong. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, but I don't think that the market is going to make a new all-time high this week. But similarly, I don't think that Wednesday's trading is going to take out Tuesday's low, not without the volatility that comes in from a news event. So with that being said, guys, I'm expecting that the market will not make a large range here on Wednesday. If I were to tell you where I would lean on an intraday basis, I'm going to say that I'd lean on the short side. Finally, guys, in this video, I want to talk about is it okay as a day trader not to want to take a trade for the day because you really don't have a strong bias as to where the market wants to go. And of course, guys, let's get right into it and just say, yes, it is totally fine if you don't exactly know where the market wants to go and you want to take a break for the day because you don't, let's say, for example, that you're sitting today on Wednesday's candle and you don't know exactly where the market wants to go. It's sort of trading in the middle of a fair value gap that could turn into an inverted fair value gap to take out buy-side liquidity, or it could be a standard sort of inverted fair value gap here, and then the market wants to trade lower. We're also trading just above that bearish breaker. You can see point A to point B that got us to point C. So I'm going to call that an ICT bearish breaker. So with all that being said, guys, yeah, it's totally fine. If all of the factors that you're looking at lead you to believe that the market's not going to have a large range for that day, there's probably not a ton of money to be made today, and it's okay to sit on your hands and wait until you have a more confident feel for what the market is going to do, guys. Especially if you're swing trading or if you're trading longer term time frames, the daily, the weekly, the monthly, like I am right now. You really want to have a strong feeling for where the market is wanting to go. And so if you're sitting in the middle of a range, meaning that you don't have a strong feeling of where the market wants to go next, totally fine to take a break, totally fine to just watch the market and wait for it to give you that signal that you want. Okay, guys, so if you're ever getting that feeling of, just to recap, if you're ever getting that feeling of, I don't know where the market wants to go, I'm not comfortable with taking a trade, I'd rather sit this one out, that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing states that you have to trade every single day. You can wait until you have a stronger feeling of where you want the market to go, especially looking at do we have news events coming up? Is it the day before a news release? Do we expect there to be more volatility tomorrow or later in the week? Guys, not every day, not every day, and this is a fact, not every day is going to offer you the same opportunity to make the kind of money you want, guys. The market has to have some volatility. It has to have some range to it, especially if you're swing trading, if you're not trying to over leverage or use too much size. The market has to give you the opportunity. You have to wait for the market to give you the opportunity. You can't force the market to give you the opportunity. And so with that being said, guys, sometimes, you don't expect large ranges on the day. Okay, that has been my thoughts for Tuesday, February the 14th of 2024. Guys, I'm not expecting a whole lot today, but as always, guys, I could be wrong, so trade at your own risk, guys. Good luck and good trading. This is our trades coming at you on Wednesday, February the 14th, 2024. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and use my referral.